Hello everyone and welcome back to the Eric F1 YouTube channel, where we are back for the Monaco Grand Prix as it's 5 red lights and away we go for the Monaco Grand Prix. We're starting from the back of the grid as I took an engine penalty as I didn't think I would do too well in qualifying and we came second to last. Here we go, sending down the inside of Stroll. We've got Alonso out on the outside, there's a bit of contact there. Being pushed by Stroll. Albon gets past us and there's a bit of contact there. I get stuck to him and then there's a turn and we're out. We're out of the Monaco Grand Prix. Contact of Stroll forces us out. We retire with a left wheel failure. Here you can see what happens. There's a little bit of contact there. Albon gets past, and Stroll. I tried to turn into the next corner, and Stroll's there, and then I just completely panic out of the way. Then, yeah, we're out. You can see an onboard perspective from far away. There goes Stroll. There's a little bit of contact, and we hit his back wheel, and then we're out here. A little bit of contact there. Here you can see another POV. Just gonna set it back now. There's the contact with Stroll, the first contact. I try and go into the next corner. There's the front wing loss and then there's the left wheel. There it is, we're going to retire from the session. Our second retirement of the season. Our first retirement due to a crash. Not too impressive, but Monaco was always going to be a tough track. Especially that we started last from the grid. We tried to make up a few spots. Stroll, and I don't know, it was just a bit of a mess. I think it's a racing incident. But there it is. I believe Carlos Sainz wins the Monaco Grand Prix, but to make up for this, I have decided to do the Baku as well. So we're going to have a 2-in-1 street circuit race here in episode 5. Here you can see the finishing order. Where does the team finish? Theo finishes P19, as it's a retirement from Max Verstappen as well, so that's really interesting. Here we are, as promised, for the Baku Grand Prix. There's 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the Baku Grand Prix. We are ahead of our teammate in P18. We get a better start than Albon here. Into turn 1. Now we go. Gonna send it down the inside in front of Ricciardo and Vettel. As there's a bit of contact. I'm trying to get away from it. And I believe there's gonna be a safety car there. I think someone's crashed out. Yeah, there is. There's a virtual safety car deployed as we get hit again. This time by Pierre Gasly, I believe. Here you can see a replay now. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of contact there. 2 drivers being pinned to the wall. I believe that is Ricciardo and Vettel. And here is not actually Gasly. It is Guan Yu Zhou pins us against the wall, and then we take front wing damage. We are going to have to box now. There's a safety car, full safety car. You can see us confirming the safety car box strategy. We're gonna go here onto the mediums until the end of the race. We're gonna repair our front wing. Let's make a quick pit stop. So maybe we can get ahead of any of the drivers doing front wing change, as there's an issue with the front wing. Took too long to take it off. The new one's just only coming in now. We're going to be last out of the pits, but there is a safety car, so we will have a lot of time to catch up. And now here we go on to the restart. Going to send it down the inside of Vettel and Guan Yu Zhou. We've got Ricciardo and Albon. Oh no, sorry, Latifi ahead of us. There's a little bit of contact there with Gasly, but we make it ahead. Here we are now on lap 6. You can see we're coming out ahead of all the drivers that have pitted before and now pitting now. We're up into P6 here. You can see Daniel Ricciardo going to have a fight. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to go down the inside into this next corner. He leaves us the space. Hopefully he does. He's going to get a better run into the next corner. I'm going to turn the ERS on. I'm going to send it down the inside again. He's going to leave us the room again. We're going to stay ahead. You can see a replay of this brilliant move. He leads us the space here. Gets us to a better exit, but we use the ERS we have saved up. And there it is, into the next corner. Lap 8 now. Ricciardo putting on pressure again. We're currently in P3. This is all for position. This is a brilliant fight. We barely avoid the wall. They're going side by side. Please don't dive the inside into the next corner, Ricciardo. Please. There's a bit of contact there. He's dived the inside. I knew he was going to do it. You can see a replay here. This is brilliant racing from both of us. Side by side on a place where you really shouldn't be side by side. I thought here he was going to back out. But he locks up his left front wheel. And there's Russell out. That's Russell out of the Grand Prix, I believe. Schumacher's out as well. Now here we are. There's a safety car. Ricciardo scores a safety car. Now that we're going to go back racing here, as the track has been cleared up. Going to send it around the outside of Ricciardo. He's left us the room on the outside. Can we get a better run on him into the next corner? You can see now Perez and Sainz pull away. They're fighting for the lead. We're going to send it down the inside in the next corner. Not really expecting Ricciardo to defend that really well. We get ahead onto lap 12 now. Guan Yu Zhou onto the pretty much the final lap of the race. There's a little bit of road there. Guan Yu Zhou makes it ahead of us. We're losing a podium position here. We're in a fight for a podium, right behind the Chinese driver now. We're gonna have his slipstream, and we have 75% ERS battery. We've got Vettel and Magnussen pushing behind as well. Here we go now, on Guan Yu Zhou, onto the final lap of the race. Can we get a podium in this Baku Grand Prix after a safety car and a crash on the first lap? Vettel there trying to eye up and move on us. We're going to send it down the inside. Zhou's going to try and defend it, but we make sure we go into the lead. Here we go now. Guan Yu Zhou, and I believe Sebastian Vettel are going to have a fight into this next corner. This is where we can gain all of our time. We can get this podium. We can do this. We've only scored 1 point up to this now, and then the retirement last race hasn't been very good. Here we go now, towards the end of the race. Here we go now. Guan Yu Zhou 6 tenths behind us. We're going to turn on the ERS now, and 2 corners to go, and we're going to be fighting for podium with the Chinese driver. I don't know if he's close enough behind us. I'm going to keep looking back. There he is. He's going to have our slipstream. He will have the DRS on the final lap now. 4, 5 tenths behind us. I don't know if he will be able to make it. I think we've got a P3 finish in the craziest Baku race I think I've ever seen. We finished P3. Our first podium, and only our second point scoring finish is a 3rd place finish here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Incredible scenes. Guan Yu Zhou gets driver of the day. Wow, what a race. Here you can see our podium celebrations. There we are, clapping for Carlos Sainz. Ferrari takes another win. They have absolutely dominated this season, especially Carlos Sainz. I believe he is 50 points ahead of Leclerc in the standings. Sergio Perez finishes P2. He didn't have quite the pace to match Sainz right towards the end. There was like 4 seconds between them. We couldn't do anything to catch those guys, but we take P3 and 15 points to our name after starting 18th. Guan Yu Zhou from last place finishes P4. Theo Pourchaire finishes P14. We're now 9th in the driver's standing. Great points for us there. Incredible race. Probably the most exciting race I've ever taken part in. I was so nervous into that final lap. Where are we now in the constructors? Still P8, but over 11 points ahead of Aston Martin. As here you can see, we get another sponsor. We're going to go for this very long named German sponsor that I won't try and pronounce. Then you can see we are eyeing up some new drivers. And that's it for this crazy 2-in-1 race episode. We went from 0, crashing out in Monaco, becoming last place, and our first ever crash this season, to coming on a podium, P3, in the Baku Grand Prix, in what is pretty much a backmarker car. Incredible scenes in a crazy race filled with safety cars. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for episode number 6 at Canada.